ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Sri Ramakrishna is addressing the householders. But one should spend some time in solitude and attain knowledge. Then one can lead the life of a householder. Janaka lived in the world after attaining knowledge. When you have gained it, you may live anywhere, then nothing matters. To a householder, you may live in the household as a householder in this world. Now and then, whenever little time you get, go to a corner. Thakur used to say, Mone, Bone, in some corner, in your own mind, or a place where your people are not moving about here, there. These things are, of course, necessary in the early, because when you are separated from all things, the whole life from childhood we have been seeing outward world. We have never focused our mind or senses to our own self. The inward we have never seen. We went on seeing outside. We are accustomed to see. Can we put this torch, can we focus this torch of cognition to one's own self? We witness the whole world, we have never witnessed ourselves. In solitude, even short time, I saw in many places, most of the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, when they are associated intimately, we go and watch their lives, how they are living. They have accepted Sri Ramakrishna, because acceptance of Sri Ramakrishna is acceptance of transcendence of nature and realizing God. When this realization of God comes, I want eternal freedom, eternal bliss, eternal peace. When it comes to the heart, he attends to all his duties with great love, and see that no flaws are there, faults are there, errors are there in his work, that he is able to offer it to the Lord as a worship. This care on one side to do all the duties with great love, but with dispassion, no involvement, no attachments. My child, no, God's child in my possession. My house, no, God's house He has kept in my possession. I have to take care, I am responsible. The mind is given up. The problem comes is mind. So when the mind is given up, love pours out without any restrictions. So these restrictions is what matters. So when it opens up, blooms, the heart blooms. The renunciation part is for householder, now and then entering into solitude. One must live in solitude and attain knowledge and live in the world as householder. already there is no time to think. Informally, in our society, Hindu society, children used to go to Gurukula. They will spend their important period of life up to the age of 24, 1/4 of their life with Guru. Whole thing, how to live in the world, what are the tattvas, the principles that are governing human life, what is nature, what is the transcendence, all these things with the scriptural authority and giving the examples of the people who have attained it, making them meet the saints and realize soul, how they used to bring them up. Total self-control, total acceptance of hardship. They enjoy. And then that hardship, making the body, mind and all strong. These things were there. With that, when he enters the householder's life, he can, any shocks, any sufferings, life means inevitable. Suffering is inevitable. Bodily suffering will be there. The gains and losses, huge losses will come. Labha, hani, sukha, dukkha, mana, apamana, wars will be there, victory and defeat. In arguments there will be victory and defeat. All these will be there. All these are part of play when you have mastered yourself. I go on telling these parents, make the child master of himself. Once he masters himself, he has total control over himself. His passions, his desires, his ambitions, all he has sufficient control. We run behind the mind. Children also run behind their mind. Mind wants this, they run. You cannot console them, you cannot make them understand. Now, the biggest problem with the children is screening, watching the cell phone. This has become a great obstruction for their spiritual unfoldment. If they go on instead of evolution, they undergo involution. So you cannot convince them. But if they study in Gurukula, where Guru is there, and by the time they come out as youths, full of self-control, full of this one, even if they play in the world, it's a play. It is just a play. So how it goes on, it smoothly it has to go on. So here Sri Ramakrishna is telling that now and then entering it, in the householder's life also, many places I have seen, just morning tiffin is over, just he disappears. Just like going for buying your what you call newspaper or anything. People go out after the tiffin, here, there. Some go to the parks before tiffin or after tiffin. Like that, these people will go somewhere to a solitary place, calmly sit there, unknown to anybody. Call on God, O Lord, help me, save me, protect me from all these problems of life. And it goes on, it smoothly goes on. And then when they get little more time, they will go and sit in some corner and take up with a japamala and do. When work is there, like lion and bull, they work. And then when everything is no gossiping, no time waste, they spend lot of time with the children and family in such a way that it is necessary to be one with the children and family, because what we have gained in our life, all that is good and great, has to be given to them through direct communication. That also they will do, but everything is a worship unto God. O Lord, this is for you. O Lord, this is for you. They go on offering, continuously offering is going on. Every step they place in the road while walking, every sight they see while moving, everything is offered to the Divine with great love and concern. So this is how the householders develop. In spite of all demands in the family affairs, going to work, earning, everything is going on. But one thing they clearly witness is everything is a passing event. I have only duty to perform, I have nothing to worry. So this aspect of life makes them bloom. They are happy. Inner joy and inner peace is continuing constantly. Nothing to worry, nothing to struggle. It's going on, it's going on. All things are, shocks come, they transfer it to God, because this is yours. A child has fallen, he has broken his hand. He has duty immediately to rush to the hospital, do everything, but with a calm mind. Lord, make him all right. You have given in my custody. I don't know whether I have done any mistake in looking after these children or teaching them, or it is accidental, unavoidable. I don't know. Take care of this. And with calm mind he attends to all. Sometimes there won't be poverty-stricken people, varieties of people in the world. So all these shocks, all these strains, they shift to God and remain calm, unaffected. So this now and then one must attain how the knowledge dawns. Now and then just this small short. See, we may not be able to go for years together for solitude and do tapasya somewhere, no. We can't go even for a few days at a stretch because of the responsibilities of the family. May not be able to go for weeks together. But for a day or two, whenever leisure comes, we may go. But every day, short terms. Few minutes, 10 minutes you get, just go. You want to buy something in the market, just while going, sit somewhere where there is people, rush is not there, moving about is not. Nobody looks at you, nor you look at anyone. Even in a park, if children are playing, you can sit and close your eyes. They are not going to disturb. That play is not going to disturb you. Children are shouting, but it will not disturb you. You calmly sit. That 5 minutes, 10 minutes, at that time, drop the whole world, all responsibilities concerned. Be kevala, yourself alone, sitting there. You are linked to the Divine. You are feeling the living presence of God with you intimately. And then you are repeating His name. Lord, I got 10 minutes. I am with you. These short periods, 3-4 times a day, makes much more than spending years together in forest. Because activities you are offering your physical body, intellectual body, mind, senses, everything, and you are converting it into a worship unto God. This is separate dhyana. So, within this small acts of yours, look how the spiritual unfoldment takes place, how the jnana, the knowledge, blooms forth within you. Must be very careful in saving the time. Time management is most important in the householder's life. To spend more time on spiritual life and some time on children and family and in the work rest of the time. Janaka lived in the world after attaining knowledge. When you have gained it, you may live anywhere. That's what I was telling. If once your children become master of themselves, there are about 46 children in the ashrama. Summer camp is going on, and all children, they are taught in how to live in this world, how to bring out all their talents, utilize what you can give, what are you going to give to this world and go. Prepare now. All these preparations are brought out and made them to bloom. In that one of the songs, हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों को जैसे पहले खुद को जय करे. Before you conquer others, conquer yourself. Self-conquest. Inside are the enemies. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Ahankara, Raga, Dvesha, all these. Ego is sufficient. Every fight, every arguments that are going on, every house between two people, two people you see, clash is going on everywhere. Within there is internal conflicts going on. These constant internal conflicts that are going on in the external world also, how will you overcome? Self-conquest. You go on. The moment you see a defect in you, try to remove it through prayer, this, that. Bring viveka, this power of discrimination, eliminate it. So this elimination of inner, this one, self-conquest. I don't want to read Bhagavad Gita now. I want to see TV. Reverse it. No, I don't want to see TV. I want to read Bhagavad Gita. So many children are there now. Yesterday, how many people are not watching the cell phone? 2 boys lifted their hands. Small children. Maybe first standard, KG1, KG2, that has been. He lifted the hand and said, no, I don't see cell phone. All children were surprised. Another boy lifted. Out of 46, 2 could lift their hands. That we don't watch cell phone. And look at it. That is the starting of Sanyama, self-control, self-conquest. His own elder brother is watching, but younger brother is not watching. Usual trend is whatever elder brother does, the younger will do. But here, independently, nobody has told him. Somehow that nature or is not interest, some other interest is catching him. drawing, this, that, plants, taking care of plants, all this. So he's busy with his attention is how can I utilize, how can I work, how can I serve. In the mother's household duties, they go and help the mother instead of watching cell phone. That is self-conquest. Once they conquer themselves, they can live anywhere. So, no fear. First to teach the children self-conquest. Leave them in this world. Nothing will stain them, nothing will harm them. No fear in their heart, no fear in their path. So, this is the main secret which Sri Ramakrishna wanted to bring to the householder. Sri Ramakrishna was one of the most important and thing he was longed was a few alone can renounce. The rest will be householders. But the ancient rishihood of the Vedic times he wanted to bring back. Be enlightened. Like a Buddha, you must get the enlightenment without running away from the family life. Doing all the duties, just like children go to school and do all the enjoyments, they don't miss anything of the eating or drinking or picnic or going here, there, play, everything is going on. But they are completing the education also. Without missing any part of their life, they are completing their education. So like that, we too have to do without missing any duties of our life, strive to conquer and go beyond. That is rishihood. Be enlightened, strive for enlightenment. That's why 4 ideals have been placed in front of the householders. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma, follow Dharma. Dharma is living according to the laws of nature. Nature wants you to live in a particular way. Dharma. Not to snatch away, not to harm anybody, not to get harmed yourself. Love this nature, love yourself also. So, Dharma, Artha, earning. Earn. Don't be a parasite. Go start earning. And be self-dependent and help, provide for the dependents. Artha. Kama. Kama includes all desires, all needs also. I have needs in my life. It is kamana. I must eat food to survive. It's a kamana. Desire. I desire to live. I desire my children must be living. So kama. All enjoyments also. Once you are stable, small enjoyments here and there, tasty eatings, this, that. All what scriptures permit, what social society doesn't have a taboo over that, is permitted, universally accepted. So, according to Dharma, you earn, according to Dharma, you enjoy and fulfill all the needs of life. But in and through all this is not the end. This is just a support to attain moksha. Dharma, Artha, Kama are meant only for moksha, not end in itself or has nothing to give to us. It is what we are doing, Dharma, Artha, Kama is for this. So, 4th fulfillment, moksha. Moksha is transcending the nature, entering into the realm transcendental to be free forever. This life of transcendence, sacrifice, love is most important part that we have to do. So, Sri Ramakrishna wanted the rishihood to come back, be enlightened and live in this world. Janaka lived in the world after attaining knowledge. When you have gained it, you may live anywhere, whatever doing, then nothing matters. Mahima. Sir, why does a man become deluded by the worldly objects? A very worldly object, even otherwise, wherever you see, the nature tries to captivate. It wants to catch, it wants to hold, it wants to bind. It is inevitable that enticing is going on. So, this enticement, everything is captivating, everything is capturing, nothing is releasing us. So, this part of life, you should be Mahimacharana, why things are deluding. Everything is captivating, everything is calling, everything is so attractive, so nice. Master, it's because he lives in their midst without having realized God. All things are there. Everything is calling, come, come, come. Here is enjoyment, here is enjoyment. The world is so beautiful, so nice to look at from far away. The moment you catch anything, it has got you. It was only a bite for you to be caught. We put for fishes bait. It is only to catch. Like that, these baits were only to catch us and imprison us. So one should we are living, Sri Ramakrishna says, why this catch? Because you are not spared yourself in the insulation. You are amidst them without realizing God. If you realized God, it was a divine play going on. You are looking at this world as real, happening and eternal. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.